Hello friends, in this video we share with you our thoughts on an upcoming IPO which is EPB Berhad, just EPB Berhad, right?
Yeah, EPB Group Berhad.
EPB Group Berhad. So some details, 56 cents per share, roughly market cap almost 210 million ringgit, 208. Earnings around forward 2023, 14 million, which gives then a 14.6 PE based on trailing 2023. So on your right, you have very important details if you want to apply, what are the deadlines that you need to abide by. So you can always pause the video and check it out. So what in the world does EPB do? But before that, just to remind you, we are working with Moomoo. It's a great platform if you want to apply for IPOs, and EPB is one of them. Right now, you can already start subscribing or applying. It's very, very seamless. In fact, I think within less than 2 minutes, you can already apply, which cannot, the same cannot be said for some of the other alternatives out there.
Correct.
Let's just put it that way.
And also some of the rewards, if you are a new comer, you will get like 100 ringgit cash rewards if you deposit 1,400 if you deposit more, and free NVIDIA share if you just do what they tell you to do.
There you go.
Yeah, and for disclaimer wise, I do subscribe to EPB Group. Just putting this disclaimer there.
Okay, so what does EPB do exactly? And of course, they're in the F&B value chain, or they're in the F&B industry rather. So let's start.
Yes, so this is where their value chain is at. They are basically F&B processing machineries. They provide the machines, when you want to cook your nuggets, for example, right? You have to go through a lot of processes. So you have to cut the meat, fry the meat and everything.
Mash them all together.
Then fry it. Then you go to the freezer and whatnot.
So basically they process nuggets. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you can say one of it. One of the product is they process nuggets, sausage, and a lot of.
So I'm going to guess McDonald's, any fast food chains.
Yeah, the nuggets looks like McDonald's nuggets when I see
but they never say it's McDonald's. They say customer M, maybe. Yeah,
probably.
Anyways.
But yeah, so that's where they are at. And their business model is just three only. Number one is the provision of food processing and packaging machinery solution. Sounds very techy, but basically it's just like a production line. They cater these different machines, the grinding, everything, right, for their customers. So it's something like an ATE company, if you think about it. Yeah, so for example, like Great Tech, they have like this production line where you have to go through like cutting all those kind of stuff before they actually come out with the end product, right? So you can see the production line is very long. So this is what they are doing also, but it is for food. Yeah. And they also do trading of cellulose casing. So cellulose casing is basically those that you store your sausages, the casing sausages.
Ooh.
Yeah. Those, some Taiwanese.
So when you bite into the sausage, when you get a snap, that's the cellulose casing, right?
I'm not sure whether that's edible or not, or whether that's just to keep the sausage. Yeah, I think it's supposed to keep only lah. It's not edible.
I thought it's that skin outside.
Yeah,
anyways.
no. But so the cellular casing, if let's say you remember, there's some Taiwanese sausages, right? They'll keep it inside a red packet. I remember this because during high school when I buy it, they used to keep it over there. And then also there is this trading and flexible packaging material. So they're also going downstream where they actually manufacture this packaging material. So majority of their revenue comes from these machinery solutions, followed by this trading of cellulose casing. And obviously, their customers are all food manufacturers, food processors and whatnot. But what's interesting is that their market is not only just in
it's so not only are they in these three big markets that where the people who live there like nuggets a lot. Okay. It's so even, right?
Yes,
I've never seen such an even, or rather, I rarely see such an even revenue split, right? Between Philippines at almost 36%, Malaysia 30%, Indonesia 26%.
Exactly. So that shows like that they are potential TAM in this business. It's like they're just going worldwide.
I don't think nuggets are gonna decline in demand. Honestly.
Yeah, correct. So just like I mentioned, this is the visualized version of how the machinery solution looks or their production. It's actually more than this. But I'm just showing you a sneak peek of their from their company's corporate video. So if you want to look more, you can actually go to YouTube and search for their videos. And this is the nugget and fried chicken processing line with a quick freezer. Now, their machines are also customizable. The customer can choose whether they want it to be a manual packaging machine, semi-automatic, automatic, packaging or they want automatic packaging. So this one is up to the customer's preference. Now, this is the full-fledged services. They call them a one-stop shop. Basically, they help you process your food, dry food, and also liquid. They also help you to freeze your fruit. They also help you to do this packaging solution, some robotic, some manual, just now I showed already. Industrial refrigeration system and also racking system. So basically, they are just doing everything the customer wants them to do. And the customer no need to figure it out what sort of machine do they need in their for their F&B. So they will come out with the R&D, they come out with the design, what machine needs inside their
so like
their
nugget shapes.
Right, nugget shapes and all those stuff. So
right.
they are the one who's coming out with that.
Liquid, they say that dry food and liquid. So, or maybe like when they put the fried chicken, then there's like the batter and things like this.
I don't know, liquid product as in I think there is like oil or something like that.
Oh, right.
Like
okay.
food oil
okay.
or those
okay.
kind of thing. Yeah. The nugget size one, that one is actually, I think it is standardized. The shape is like the nugget
it's the
shape.
same one.
It's the same one. Yeah.
So they don't do dino nuggets.
No.
So sad. Okay.
Yeah. But who knows, maybe the R&D in the future, maybe they'll do
okay.
it. Yeah, okay. So this is some of the few facts about their machinery solutions services. So the entire process takes about 6 months from inquiry to completion. And their largest size order, right? So this is a very interesting business because they'll take deposit from their customers. Yeah, pay up front. So it can go up to like 50% of the deposit. They have a warranty up to 18 months. So I assume that this production line has a very long lifespan. Obviously, you have machines, right? So you want them to be there for a long time. And their main target is instant coffee and tea manufacturers, condiment manufacturers, confectionery manufacturers, and also other providers like your chain logistic, industrial logistic property owners. So this is the cellulose casing that I just now showed you. They have 3 types: clear casing, color, and also printed casing.
Okay, definitely cannot eat. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And another business that they do is packaging products. So this is the stuff that they actually manufacture.
So this is the bag itself, right? Not the stuff inside.
Yeah, the bag itself.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Correct.
Teo, I saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so some unit economics for financial year 2023. You can see that they got disclosed how many customers do they serve for each business segment. And the average revenue, quite interestingly, is that the trading or cellulose casing, only 3 customers, and they are spending about 4.8 million each. That one is pretty interesting.
I think it makes sense now to me why they can get a 50% deposit, because they have 600 over customers.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking you could never do this to a McDonald's.
Yes, correct. They are
it's hard, right?
Yeah. They are serving those like SME, small businesses.
No wonder that's the 50%.
Yeah, they did mention that they...
So I think this is, I have not looked at the numbers, but I'm guessing the working capital is quite well managed. I don't think it's negative, but it's quite well managed.
Yes, correct. It's very well managed.
We'll see later on.
Yeah. So they have been with their customers since the 90s actually.
Yeah.
So some customers seem small, right? Then they slowly expand. And they have been their customer for that long already. Okay, so revenue by segment, the majority of the revenue comes from food processing and machinery solution, the production line thingy. So right now it's about 82%, and their cellulose is about 11%, followed by manufacturing of packaging material 5%. Oh, and also you notice that it's very growing. It's like a double-digit growth for the machinery solution. Now, gross profit margin is a surprisingly quite a high margin business.
For F&B,
yeah. I think it's because also they are someone like a tech guy. So they are just buying the machines and then they're selling it to them. Very less labor involved. More on the brains.
Right.
Yeah. So 30% margin for almost each of the business segment. Machinery solution, even trading of cellulose casing also. This one is quite a surprise. I thought it's going to be a very small arbitrage or small profit margin only, but it's at a 30% also.
Okay.
And then this one makes sense, 36%, because some of the packaging material also, they have a gross margin of around 30+%. Right. Okay, revenue by geography. So you can see that the country that has been contributed to their growth is Indonesia, number 1. So you can see 2020, the numbers are all increasing like double, 4.5 million, then suddenly 11 million, then 20, then Indonesia didn't buy, probably because machinery, you cannot always sell. It's not a recurring kind of like revenue. It's more of like a project base. Then suddenly you can see that Philippines came in because they bought some machinery solution from them. So it's like a very project based. You have to always secure new customers in order for them to make more money. But if you look at their trading of cellulose, right, this one is a very recurring one. You can see that Indonesia has been the one that is buying a lot. So 6.7 million, 8 million, 11, and 14. So this shows you that probably more Indonesians are eating sausages. Yeah. Yeah, so I mentioned not so recurring, only these two customers from Indonesia. So the reason why they are recurring is because they buy the cellulose casing from them. A lot of cellulose casing. Yeah, and the rest is all like one-off only because it's machinery solutions are all project-based and one-off.
Just to clarify for viewers, right? I think it's important that really they are selling the solution.
Yes.
Right. They're also selling the like you said, the AT is that process the entire line, right?
Yeah.
So what they do is they sell the line or they sell the nuggets itself?
Yeah, they sell the line.
They sell the line.
The machines and everything. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I say they are like an ATE kind of like company.
Right. And so as far as drivers are concerned, basically food, right? Globally.
Yes. Correct.
So they're actually supplying to manufacturers.
Yes.
And the manufacturers make the nuggets and the sausages.
Yeah, their recipe and everything they'll just use their machine. Okay, so the team, Yeo Chin Min, managing director, he is the one who developed the business strategy for the business. Since the start already, he's involved in food business already, his family food businesses, and they supply coffee and curry powder, I think since the 80s or 90s. And he also is a very entrepreneur. He co-founded a few food processing and also packaging machinery businesses since 1992. So you can see that he already has a very experience in this industry already. And then followed by Liu Meng Hoi, which is the deputy managing director, and he's the operation guy. And he worked for a few business or a few industries, window frame, construction, and also commercial refrigeration. Then after that, he only co-founded with Yeo Chin Min in this business, which is about the importing and trading of food processing machinery solutions. So kind of similar of what EPB is doing, where they kind of like bond it for that current business. And then Miss Oi Kim Kyu, this one is the wife of Yeo Chin Min, and she also has her own business. You can see that the couple duo already, they all have like a entrepreneur spirit already. But she didn't do F&B related, she did like a fashion boutique business. And another individual that I put it as a separate is because this guy is an executive chairman. Why I put it here? Because he's the director of QL Max Income. So,
that's important.
Yeah, I think that's very important because he can actually contribute more ideas or better ideas in implementing this business. So I think this guy also is a pretty key guy, even though he's an executive chairman. Now, offer for sale. This Mr. Yeo Chin Min, he's deciding to sell or exit a little bit of portion about his business. So it's about like 40 million shares. And he's going to sell it to the public already. So he's exiting some shares. But if you look at the remaining two, Liu Meng Hoi and also Miss Oi Kim Kyu, they didn't sell their shares. Not sure why is he cashing out. Just a little bit, but it's still quite a big amount of shares. Because post IPO, he's still going to be owning about 39% stake, as opposed to 62% stake in previous IPO. Remuneration, they are paying themselves, I think, pretty okay. They're paying each about like 300 to 500 ish on average in terms of salary. But in FY 2024, you can see that Mr. Liu Meng Hoi's salary and also his commission is actually increasing the most. Now, what's interesting about this commission is that they practice this commission system where if let's say they manage to refer a customer to the company, they'll get a huge chunk of money also. Like I'm not sure how they calculate this, but it's run by a commission base. So their remuneration structure, or I'll say
very performance based.
Yeah, it's very performance based. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why you can see that.
But it's still it's not even 1 million, right?
Yeah,
per
it's
person,
still less than
like
million.
you add up, 1 million something, but
yeah, correct. So you can see that
sounds pretty fair.
Yeah, Mr. Liu suddenly he make about 848.
Because he brought in the
Yes, correct. Because he brought in more customers.
The commission, if they bring in, is new sales.
Presumably it's new. That one that's contributing to the...
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because I think we know the new sales, then we can know the commission rates.
Yeah, but we don't know which customer, how many new sales or which customer did Mr. Liu bring in. So yeah, I think that's their secret sauce. Small team, only about 157 people. Yeah, very small only. You can see
it's a tech company, right? It's actually not a food company.
Yes, correct. It's
so
a tech company.
It's just there to build the machines, and it'll be interesting to compare them with the actual ATEs, like how many staff and all that. I would imagine looks
about the
similar,
same. Yeah, it's about the same actually.
Yeah, there you go.
The main guy is just you need the sales and marketing, and you need the engineers,
Right.
and also some tech guys and all the logistic person. So yeah, small team. Now industry, this one is a very short one. Basically, this machinery, F&B processing machinery is growing at double digit, 10%.
Of course, take it with don't take it with rose tinted glasses. At the end of the day, we have to remind ourselves that in this case, Protege Associates or any of these consulting companies, for that matter, will have a bias to make the numbers look good, right?
Yes.
Because they want to promote the shares, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, but that said, I think that the market is for sure good because of food security, because of just food in general.
Yeah,
It's
and
going to
hygiene
be-
also.
Yeah, just like I was just watching a video that day that says that water is going to be a very important source, right? Especially in a world where everybody is disconnected, right? So yeah, this is going to. I think it's good. It's a growing segment, but whether it's 10, right? It's so nice. Is it 10, 10.5, 10.8, 10.9? It's like
As a
okay.
forecast, it's their own opinion.
Yeah, but just take note, right? It's not a fact. It's just an opinion.
Yes. And this is some of the peers or the players. You can see that a few guys also that is doing similar business, their margins also is about the same. So you have High-Pack Machinery, Hub-Sing Machinery also, and a few others.
Hub-Sheng.
Hub-Sheng.
So it's not the
S-E-N-G. Yeah, it's not S-E-N-G.
It's not the biscuit company.
Yeah. So yeah, basically a lot of their peers are all in the Sendian Berhad, and EPB also did mention that most of these competitors, they only offer like individual machines, so not the full-fledged production line, the entire production line like what EPB is doing. So that's why they say that they are one of the top few guys in Malaysia. Okay, numbers. Growing revenue and profit, you can see that year-on-year growth, it's a lot, 20%, 37%.
Yeah.
And then profit also is growing at double digit for 2023 to 2022. So far, this business has been very, very profitable for them. Also, same like ATE, you don't need a lot of debt. The only debt they need is just owning the factory to store their machines.
Which is like 2 million.
Yeah,
less,
2 million.
so
Or
1.5.
less. Yeah, correct, right. So very less debt and a lot of cash that they have generated so far. Yeah, and also it's a very cash flow generative business because some of their customer needs to pay deposit upfront. So there is already some sort of float for their business. CapEx also, they don't need to spend a lot. The only time they spend a lot is when they need new land to construct new warehouses to put in more machineries. So basically, they just want to make their showroom bigger so that they can cater for more customers.
So mainly it's just the main capex is the additional land, that's the growth, and then sort of the maintenance or rather the more recurring capex will be the component parts for their machines.
Parts. Yes,
right?
correct. And also in case like they want to like have like a backup or something like that, so they store the machines inside their warehouse, and then once their customer wants this machine, they can do it straight away. So the lead time is actually very short only. And so
phenomenal, right?
Returns is very good. This is free cash flow based, it's not profit based. So if it's profit based,
this is your own calculation, right?
Yes. 70%,
really
30%.
Good. Yeah. Really, really good.
Dividend, they also want to be a dividend payer in the future. So they're going to be paying out about 25%. That is their target.
Yeah, I think this is still less than 15 times earnings, right? On IPO.
Yeah, correct. 15 times earnings. So growth and risk, this one is very minimal only. So number one is they are spending growth capex. So they're going to be building a new factory right beside. Yeah, in Penang.
Right.
And then, so their existing is about 28.3 thousand square feet. They're going to add another 52,000 square feet. And then another growth segment probably we can see is Indonesia and Philippines. If let's say the demand for sausages, the demand for fried chicken, nuggets are increasing. So these two countries will actually help contribute to EPB's revenue and also profit. But the thing you need to take note is just this timeline only. All this timeline, it can take about like 3 to 4 years to actually do all of this. So yeah, just need to take note. This is not like a next year kind of like catalyst. This is going to be like a 4 to 5 years kind of like catalyst. So the important information that you need to know is that order book, and also for analysts out there, if you want to ask them question, right, you cannot ask them about utilization rate because basically their utilization rate is just packaging material business only. It's not applicable for their machinery solution because it depends on the number of clients that come in and they're just seeing it only. So there's actually no utilization rate. It's just them seeing it and then you go to the client's place and then just install the machines. But what you need to take note is this order book. So right now they have about 44.29 million, which is about 40% of their total revenue as compared to financial year 2023. But we shall see whether these can grow or not. I'm not sure when does this LPD ends. I think this one is more or less like a six months time frame of their revenue. So there's another 6 more months.
So roughly about 22-23% of the market cap they'll get in terms of
exactly. Okay, risk. Obviously this is not non-recurring. They don't have any contract. It's not a long-term contract. It's a more of a short-term contract. And also another thing is that this business is very lucrative, so probably you can attract more competition to do what they do. I mean, because their business is not also very unique, so competitors can come in. So that's about it for today's video. If you are keen about EPB, you can subscribe using Moomoo app. We'll show you the tutorial on how to actually open an account in Moomoo and also how to subscribe the IPO. You can check the link, will be, I think it's over here. We'll put like a cards so that you can watch that video. But that is if you're interested. And don't forget, there's a reward over here, a welcome kit worth up to 1,000 ringgit. So if you're keen, make sure to sign up Moomoo using our link in the description and comments down below.
Yes, and of course, this is the fresh out of the oven July update. It's up a bit. Last month it was about 56%. Today is 59%. What is FIRL Pro? It's an educational program where we give you educational write-up on stocks and tell you about the company's prospects a little bit, tell you about the company's business, and all these write-ups is there to shortcut your journey, right? As you know, we all have busy lives, and if you want to invest in the stock market, takes time, takes a lot of research. So why not let us, who have been in the market for almost a decade now, help you with this process. We have 3 portfolios: FIRL Pro, Catalyst, and Boring. All serve different purposes. FIRL Pro is where we give our best ideas. Catalyst is more short-term, and then Boring is more dividend-based, long-term. You don't really look at it. So if you want to get a taste of what these reports look like, head over to our description and click on the free sample link. Just enroll yourself, and you'll be able to see a couple of reports. And of course, if you ever sign up for the program straight away, just to let you know, hey, within 10 days, if you don't like the program and if you feel that, there's something better out there or whatever, you can just send us an email and we will process the refund within 30 to 45 days. No questions asked, except maybe we just want to know why you decided to leave so that we can, improve. So guys, thanks for staying all the way until the end. Hope you enjoyed this IPO video. I think this is one company that is quite interesting, quite exciting. The valuations look low for a quote-unquote tech company, but we'll see, right, on the opening day how it does. And peace. See you in the next video.